Anybody else?
I could add a few parting shots if anybody would like.
Jump in there, Dave. Go ahead.
You know, it strikes me that there are still untold old stories that have never been fully analyzed. And let me give you an example. The arrival of Yankee commercial whaling in past Bering Strait was a very important event because the whalers, whether they were sensitive to it or not, the commercial whalers found a very hospitable people up and down the Chukchi Sea coast, all the way to Point Barrow, as it came to be called. When in 1880 about, the United States decided it was going to participate in the first international polar year through the US Army, the Army picked two sites. One was in the far eastern Canadian Arctic on Ellesmere Island, and the other one was at Point Barrow, probably, in my estimation, because of the fine reception that the whalers got and recognized to some degree in and around the Chukchi Sea communities. The untold story of the first international polar year and the establishment of a signal corps station at Point Barrow, or at what's now Browerville, still has left uncelebrated the career of both people in Utqiagvik who were hospitable, and of the commander of the signal station, Lieutenant Patrick Henry Ray. By contrast, the other US station in the eastern Canadian Arctic was a terrible disaster compared to the one at Point Barrow. They lost all but 6 or 5 of 25 researchers associated with that signal corps station. In Barrow, there were 9 to 11 participants regularly supplied one way or another by whaling ships or contracted resuppliers for the years 1881 to 1884. And they didn't lose, not only did they not lose a person during that stretch of the first international polar year at Barrow, they didn't lose a single workday to illness or sickness. And they worked with the people of Point Barrow to refine the orders that they had received. And Patrick Henry Ray never got the credit. It's still an untold story of how he managed to study an ice cellar and its relation to the permafrost and to the air temperature on the inspiration of local people. So folks at Ilisavik College who, for example, as an idea, might want to investigate and tell the full story of that first international polar year because it's a success story, I think that would be a wonderful project, still yet to be done. That's my parting thought.
Can I add to Dave's comment that, well, okay, sorry. Back up here again. But Dave, if I can add, you made the comment that the Ray expedition, the fact that nobody knows about it is because nothing went wrong. And you know, we know about Shackleton, we know about Scott coming to the South Pole, etc., where, you know, a lot of things went wrong. But yes, this was an extremely successful expedition and produced tremendous science. I think I showed that the volume on ethnography that was produced from it is astonishingly good. But nothing, and still in print, but yeah, nothing went wrong, so nobody knows about it.